Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, this is a very typical question that a lot of students they struggle with because whenever they see the word if, right, they get very confused. Okay, so I tell my students that hey, don't worry, okay, don't worry. Whenever you see the word if, this is basically what we call S1, S2. Okay, S stands for situation. All right, situation, students. Now, so we take a look at the first situation. Okay, so we are going to write down S1 over here. Of course, you later have to identify whether it's a constant total, constant part, constant difference before and after number x value, which we will do it later. Okay. Sharon drinks 510 ml of apple juice, and after drinking, we realize that in S1, Sharon is to David, the ratio is 3:5. Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in S2, we realize that S2, all right, what happens is that if David drinks 510, so after David drank 510, we realize that the ratio becomes 4:1. Now, when I look at this, I realize that in the first part, it is minus 510 ml. Am I making sense here? In the second part, it is also minus 510 ml. What does that mean? It means that the total is the same. So we are going to put the total over here. Am I making sense here? Okay, so you can see over here, the total for this is 8. Make sense? So the total for this has to be 5.
Yeah.
So your first step, okay, is to make the total the same. So we times 5 to this, then we times 5 to this, then we times 5 to this. We get to 15 is to 25 is to 40. Agree so far? Then we times 8 to this, we times 8 to this, and we times 8 to this. That gives me 32 is to 8 is to 40. Am I making sense so far? Alright. Now, so the next thing you want to do is to ask yourself, how many units is actually 510? Okay, so we are going to just look at one of the identity. When I say identity, that means one of the ratio, either Sharon or David, okay? It doesn't matter. You will still get to the same answer, okay? All right, now we take a look at just Sharon herself. Now, can you see what happened to Sharon? Sharon went from 15 units in the first situation to 32 units. Why is there a jump? Because in the second situation, she did not drink 510. Agree so far? But in the first situation, she drank 510. So there is a difference simply because she drank the 510 ml.
So to find the value of 510 ml, all we have to do is do 32 units minus
15 units, and that gives me 17 units, right? So 17 units, okay, is actually equals to 510 ml. Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Okay, then we find Mr. Greenman first. So what is Mr. Greenman? If we were to do 510 divided by 17, that gives me 30 ml. Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Now, once I'm done with this, I can go on to the next sentence, right? It says how much apple juice do they have altogether? So if they were to say altogether, look at the total, which is 40 units, and that gives me 40 times 30. That gives me 1200 ml. True? Okay, now, but the situation here is this, is that, hey, you have to understand, okay, yeah, you have to change it to liters, right? So we are going to put 1.2, right? However, we are not able to do that simply because this 40, all right, is with or without the 510 ml. This 40 units is without the 510 ml. We have to add back the amount that was drank. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to do 1200. Remember to add back the, how much? The 510 ml. I repeat again, remember to add back the 510 ml because they want to find what? How much of apple juice do they have altogether? Altogether meaning to say the part that is also what? Drank. If you add back the 510 over here. Am I making sense here?
Yes.
Okay, so this gives me 1710 ml. All right, and if they want it to be in liters, right, then we move 1, 2, 3. Right? So therefore it's 1.71 liters. And this is my answer for this question. And this is a question from P6 must have techniques ratio.